G'day everyone, welcome to Shane's Shed. This is probably, I guess, the first video for 2026. Got the 100 series back in the shed. I got some front brakes to change out. Logan's been in trouble at home because it's school holidays and he's been kicked out of the shed with me, so you're stuck here with me, aren't you?
Yep.
Yep. Man of many words. Alright, let's get into it. Alright Logan, so the first thing we're going to need to jack up the front of the car. So we're going to take the front wheels off. We'll get the front axle up on axle stands. So you want to grab that jack and throw it under the front, dude.
Here?
Yep, under the front.
Alright.
Bring it up over under here. There we go, about in the centre. We'll jack it up right there. Alrighty, we're going to get these axle stands up under there. Hang on a sec there, bud. Let's just we might need to just go up. Watch your head.
Yeah.
That's on the axle stands. Give the car a shake. Make sure it's not going to fall off. Really, come on. Put your back into it like you mean it. There we go. Okay, now before I buzz this wheel off with the rattle gun, it's probably a good time to talk about today's video sponsor. Battery Factory Outlet. They reached out to me. They do basically all different types of batteries for all your battery power tools. Just so happened I use Ryobi, and I've gone through several batteries with these things, and yeah, they just don't really last. So these guys reached out to me at the perfect time. They've hooked me up with a couple of 5 amp hour batteries. They fit perfectly. They work perfectly. And they're about half the price of Ryobi ones, so that's a win. So go check them out if you need batteries for your power tools, and use a discount code ShaneShed, and you get yourself 10% discount as well when you buy through those guys. So yeah, anyway, thanks very much to Battery Factory Outlet for hooking me up with these, and let's get back to it. Alrighty Logan, so we've got the wheel off. Now, What we're going to do is we've got this little clip here, which we need to pull out. Right, so that's just a little clip, should just pull straight out. That bottom one, and there we go.
Aye.
And then we've got 2 pins here, which we can just pull out. One, and that one's not going to move in a hurry, is it? So I might need a pair of long nose pliers. Just try and grab hold of it a bit here. There we go. That one's out, and we just got another little clip here, which we just squeeze and pull straight out. So that sits in that section there.
Yep.
Right. Now, before we go pulling these pads out, we want to push these pistons back in the calipers so we've got room for the new pads to go in. Normally I'd push them straight back and push the fluid back into the reservoir, but we're going to do a fluid change anyway on the brakes. So I'm just going to crack open this bleed valve here, and when we push those pistons back, it's just going to push the fluid straight into that container there. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. I'm just going to use some levers and just push them back in one at a time. So basically some crowbars, screwdriver, anything that you can really get in there, and get some force on that brake pad, and it'll just push the piston back into its caliper. You see that's just pushing straight in like that. Nice and easy. Right? All the way back in, and then out with the caliper. Out with the brake pad, shall I say. And we've got enough space, we can push the new one in, and then we'll do the next one.
That looks worn out.
Well, where did I put my new... Alright, so for the people watching at home, I'm using Bendix pads. So these are a DB1365 four-wheel drive specifically. So you can see, Logs.
Yes, I can see.
Yes, you can see. It's a miracle. There you go. You have a look at the new pad versus the old pad.
That.
Quite, see the thickness difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. So get some nice fresh pads in there. It'd be awesome.
That's very
So
thin.
they should just slide straight in there like that. Right? Mm-hmm. Then we can do the same thing. We'll push this other piston back. Once we get a bit of movement there, you can get the screwdriver in between the pad and the brake rotor and just slowly work it back. There you go, that piston's all the way back. Next caliper in. Now before we go too much further, we'll shut that bleed valve. Right, that's nice and closed. And we can put our pins back in and repeat it for the other side. So I'll get this bottom one back in first, so we'll stick those in there like that.
Yep.
Right, we'll stick our bottom pin back. Now this is where we just need to line up our pads. So I may need to just pull them back a little bit. There we go, so our pinholes line up. And we're just going to make sure that that pin
Stays
goes
in.
inside that clip. That's it. I'll line that
Exactly.
up. Oh, come on. Ah. I said making sure that pin goes in between our little anti-rattle clips here. Alright, top pin can go in. Yep.
Yep, easy.
And then it's just this one retaining clip, right? So that goes in there. Well, we can first stick it in there if you want. In there, and then we may have to rotate that bottom pin around just to line the hole up properly. There we go, and come on, get in there, eh, Legs?
Yep.
There we go. That's in. Alrighty, Logan, so that's pretty much that side all done. All we're going to do is repeat it on the other side. These are the simplest brake pads to change out of pretty much any car. You don't need to remove the calipers or anything like that, so they're real simple. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played with the Landcruiser stuff, but yeah, I enjoy the simplicity of it. So the other side is just exactly the same as the right hand side. Logan's been doing this one so far all on his own. He's got one pad removed and a new one in. He's just working on pushing that inner pad back into the caliper. How you doing with it, Logs?
Quite horribly, actually.
Quite horribly, why is that?
I don't know.
What you can do if you need to, just push that caliper in a bit, or that pad in a bit, and they give you a bit of space there. There you go. There you go.
It's better.
Now, top one. Do it evenly. Yeah, that's it.
Is that enough? Or do
Keep going a bit further. Try and push in the middle of the pad if you can. That'll get, because there's 4 pistons on these ones. So you've got 2 either side. So you want to push them both back. That should be enough. So rip that pad out. Try sliding the new one in. If it's not enough, throw that old pad back in and keep pushing.
And how can you tell if it's not enough?
Because it won't fit in.
Well, it fits.
No, you got it. All good. All right, we need to throw the
Clips.
clips back in. Well, this one is missing that other little clip that we had on the other side.
I
So,
noticed that.
yeah, I noticed that. So this one, you need to throw your pins back in before you do that.
First,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Got that one in.
Yep.
Next one. Awesome. Now it's just that clip. So we stick it in the caliper section here first.
That seems like it.
Other way. See?
Oh, yep.
That just goes in. Hang on a sec.
In that hole right there.
Yep. You got it. Just got to push it in, make sure it's. You may need to just rotate that pin around a little bit, just so it sits in nice and flat. So you need to rotate it up.
Up.
So
There.
that way. Yep, that's it. All right, now get that bottom one in. If you need to, use your pliers and hold that clip.
It's a bit harder than the other one.
Use the pliers if you need to, Logan.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Let me have a look. Make sure it's all good.
Don't want your brakes falling off in the middle of the road.
No, we do not, do we? All right, that is perfect.
Yeah.
Well done. This is the fun bits of making videos, Logs. You forget what you got to say and then you got to start again.
It doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound fun to me.
It's not that much fun. Anyway, all right. So these brakes, really simple. Like I said, with a little bit of simple instruction, even my youngest son can follow and get this done. So yeah, just don't forget before you go driving with these, you will need to just pump your brakes a bit. Just get those pads just to go back up onto the rotors. Otherwise, that first brake application you do is going to be a little bit longer. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate a comment as well. That helps the algorithm. If you've got a lot of use out there, add this video. There's always a super thanks if you feel that way inclined. And if you're really keen on my videos, then you can always become a channel member. Thanks to Dave, Byron and Jay, the existing channel members. Those guys get early access to all my videos and some of the behind the scenes stuff as well that goes on. So yeah, really appreciate that. We are going to go and bleed the brakes on this, do a brake flush, because I don't know how long it's been since it was last done, since this is only, I've only had this car for 6 months or so, so it's something I've been meaning to do for a while. I'm not going to film that right now because I've already done a video on how to bleed brakes. So if you want to go see that, go check out this video over here or over there, wherever it turns up. And yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you later.